Hi class. Today we start Unit 4, which is all about polynomials. We're going to start with adding and subtracting, then we're going to have a significant amount of time, including all next week, on factoring, and then we'll finish up with equations involving polynomials. When we use the term polynomial, poly meaning many and the nomial meaning terms, this is saying an expression that has many terms. Those terms include a variable like the letter x and powers of that variable and numbers in front. And so this one right here has 4 different terms in this polynomial. If you see the term monomial used in the homework, mono means one, so this might be just a term like 5x squared and nothing else. So it's a single term polynomial. If you see the term binomial, bi meaning 2, this could be something like 3x minus 1. It has 2 terms, the 3x and the minus 1. And then trinomials we'll see especially a lot at the end. X squared plus 7x plus 12. This is a trinomial. It has 3 terms. When you have a polynomial, so we'll do an example, 7 minus 4x squared plus 3x to the 5th minus 2x. That is a polynomial. It has 4 terms. And when you have something like that, then the constant term is the one that doesn't have the variable. So the constant term is going to actually be this 7, this one without a variable. So that would be your constant term. When you see the term coefficients, coefficients mean the numbers that go with the variable in the front. So that's the 7, the 4, -4, the 3, and the -2. One of the things that might be bothering you is that I've written this polynomial with the terms just in any order I want. And that really is fine. You won't get marked wrong on your homework for writing a polynomial like this. But some people do like to put this in order of the powers. So we have 3x to the 5th is the highest power, then -4x squared, then -2x, and then 7. And in that case, the degree is this highest power here, this 5. It's the highest power that doesn't have a 0 coefficient. So for example, you can't go, oh, this is degree 7 because I put 0x to the 7th. So it's the highest non-zero power. And then in that case, the coefficient with that highest power is your leading. So leading doesn't mean the front, it means the coefficient that goes with that highest power. So kind of it's the front if you write it in the standard way. Notice that some powers aren't here. So this is the same as 3x to the 5th plus 0x to the 4th plus 0x cubed minus 4x squared minus 2x plus 7. So there might be some of the terms that you would expect to be there that aren't there, but that's because they have a 0 coefficient. First thing we're going to talk about is how to add 2 polynomials. And the key thing to remember is that you're only going to combine those terms that have the like power. And one of the key things is going to be using a vertical arrangement to make sure that the terms correspond. So when I say vertical arrangement, I mean if I ask you to do 3x plus 2 plus 4x minus 7, one of the ways you could set this up is 3x plus 2, 4x minus 7, writing it vertically and lining up the places. So the constant places, the x places, the x squared place. So 2 minus 7 is -5 and 3 plus 4 is 7. So this would be your answer. Actually, if you think about it, when you first learned how to add multi-digit numbers, you had like the ones place, the tens place, the hundreds place. And we kind of have the same here. The constants place, the x's place, the x squared's place, and that can help us arrange things. So here we have an example. So we're going to have 3v squared minus 13v plus 2. And then I'm going to write the other one vertically, lining up the terms, the ones that are the same, and in this case I'm adding them. So 2 minus 7 is negative 5. Negative 13 plus 4 is, plus 9 is negative 4. And 3 plus 4 is 7. So 3 plus 4 is 7. Negative 13 plus 4 is negative 4. 13 plus 9 is negative 4. And 2 minus 7 is 5. So this is our answer. If we're going to subtract, the only thing we need to make sure of is that subtraction is actually going to distribute that minus sign. So just like before when we had 3x minus 5 minus 2x minus 4, back on test 2, we did 3x minus 5, and then we did minus 2x plus 4. And so negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1, and 3 minus 2 is 1x. And in case you're wondering, you can write this as 1x minus 1 or x minus 1. So we need to do that same distribution. So for this one, we have 5y cubed. I'm going to give a little space because I don't see a y squared term. And then I'm going to do minus 3y squared plus 5y minus 2. So minus 3 plus 5 minus 2. Negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3. 4 plus 5 is 9. Negative 3y squared and 5y cubed. Notice, don't line things up unless they have the same variable part. So you can't put the y squared with the y cubed. They're different kinds of terms. They're not like terms. That is all for addition and subtraction, and that'll be your first homework assignment in Unit 4. Let me know if you have any questions.